of your Circle of Influence podcast. I'm your co-host, Dr. Monica Ogando.
And I'm Amy Walker, and happy holidays. We are so close to holiday. We are probably like right in the middle of all of your celebrations and the fun stuff and the family time and all of those things. And we just wanted to let you all know that you are a gift in our lives. Monica dances at her holiday parties apparently more than I do. If that's what Monica's
you should
doing
hear it.
at hers.
In the back of my head is jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell. Right. You can't hear it, but I'm dancing to it. Go on.
Nice. So we wanted today to dedicate this episode to the gifts that we receive in business that go beyond the money, because it's such a great time to just refocus on gratitude. And honestly, my favorite things about business are not the money, although I do like it. Not gonna lie.
Love it. We love it. We love it
yes.
much. Yes.
Okay, so Monica, what gifts has business brought into your world beyond the money?
It has given me a playground where I get to see my purpose and not just imagine it, not just dream about it, not just talk about it, but actually put it into operationalize it, if you will. Come on, consulting gigs. And to be able to, as a coach, I get a lot of feedback about the impact that I've made on other people's lives and how I've changed their lives or how I've impacted it and so forth. And that's awesome, right? It feels very self-aggrandizing. But there have been moments in my life when, unbeknownst to my client, where I have been in a valley, and for them to say, this is how you've touched me, has been like the glass of water that I needed in the middle of a desert, right? And so that's one. Another one that has, another gift that being in business has brought me has been it has expanded my vision of what impact really looks like. Because I think that when you start a business or when you're growing your business, it's very much about survival and sustainability. And then you get to a point where it's like, okay, we've handled that. You know, maybe you no longer have a mortgage. The mortgage has already been paid, and now you have savings and you have investments and you have retirement and you have all this. Like, what's next? And now you want to be significant, not just successful. And so business has given me the gift of significance in terms of what am I leaving the planet better than how it was when I got here.
I love it.
It's been huge.
I like it. I like it. Significance is one that's important to me too, because I like to see my fingerprints in things. I don't necessarily like credit for them, but I like to look at things and be like, yeah, I helped build that. Nobody's ever going to know, but I contributed, right?
Yep.
It feels meaningful to me to watch. And this is the part that I love about it is you watch when you help a client get to the point where their needs are met. They're good. They're good. Their people are good. And then you watch what you do next. And I have so many clients who have gone on to become humanitarians or take up really beautiful causes and become strong voices and strong leaders in their communities. And I'm like, that's what it's about. Because when the good people are stuck in the struggle of survival, that's when you look at leadership and you're like, where did these people come from? Well, they had time and they had resources. And they thought that their voice sounded good and they could talk loud. So they went for it. Right? But we could use some more good people out there. Okay. My favorite though, I think my biggest gift is honestly the people. So you and I became friends at a business conference, and I don't know how many years it's been, like 9.
Enough. We're due for our decade anniversary soon.
Yeah. I truly have met the most amazing people that have become my friends, my support system, my team members, my clients. I know that what I need on a soul level, I know who to call when I'm like, I need some soul help. I know who to call when I'm like, I have no idea what the crap to do next in business. I know if I got arrested tomorrow and I needed someone to defend me, who I would call. Like, I have this amazing network of people who I know would show up for me. If I needed them.
Mhm.
I don't know if I have anyone who would actually hire a body or hide a body for me. You know how there's those shirts like I'll hide the body with you. I'm like, I don't think I would do that for anyone. I'd be like,
Oh,
no,
okay. Well,
you
I would
asked
do
too
it for you, my
much.
friend. I would do it for you.
You would hide the body.
I would be the alibi at least.
First of all, I would pass out the minute you showed me the body. Like I'd be on the floor. Secondly, I would be riddled with guilt on your behalf. and, and third, I just don't even I would not think well in that crisis. So that would be the one thing where I would say don't call me, but anything else,
Okay.
call me and I
Good
will
to
be
know.
there.
That's good to know.
Okay. So, that's my biggest one. I think another one, and this is probably a close second though, is the becoming that has happened.
Yes.
Like this past year, I feel like I've grown this new level, and I watched myself go ask for ridiculously big things and then not bat an eye when people said yes. And I was like,
Mhm.
like I would find myself going, well, if I ask for this, I can probably get it. I was like, no, like go in there and claim what you want. And then the people will be like, yeah, that sounds good. I'm like, yes, it does.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took me a long time to get to that point. So I really do love the becoming of the strength and the tenacity and the muscles to like overcome and know who you are in the world. That I got that through business. I'm not saying you can't get that through other ways, but that's where
Mhm.
it came for me.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
awesome.
what are your other gifts,
That's
Monica?
awesome.
Gifts.
Other gifts has been, this isn't new. It's more like an amplified version of giving grace to myself
Hmm.
and of giving grace to other people. 2023 kept giving me situations where I had to decide what kind of person I was going to be.
Yeah.
Even as people changed or moved or changed their attitude towards me or decided to be adversarial when collaboration would have been a better strategy, in my opinion, like that. And so at every turn, I had to decide, it's like, okay, but are you gonna, Michelle says when they go low, we go high. What are you gonna do? And I'm very proud of sticking to my values. I'm very proud of saying I am going to choose the higher road. I'm
Hmm.
not gonna lay down. Okay, you're not gonna take me for a fool, but I'm also not gonna be petty. I'm also not gonna be um, hurtful,
Yeah.
and I'm proud of that. And I think sometimes what happens is we would love to have a problem-free, challenge-free life, and we think that may be a metric of success, but it's not a glitch in the matrix to go through pain and challenges. It's a
Hmm.
feature, not a bug. And
Yeah.
so the key though is that when you go through those challenges and when you go through whatever painful or suffering that you might go through, situation that you might go through, who do you say that you are? Who's
Hmm.
speaking? Who is it that this person is going to meet? And if that person were at their deathbed, what would they want? What would you want them to say and remember about you and their interaction with you? And what would you want to say about yourself on your deathbed? Um, there's a there's a like a wall print that Ryan Holiday has, from this Daily Stoic, and it's called Memento Mori. In
Hmm.
Latin, that means remember that you're mortal, right? And it has little circles for every week of your life, assuming that you're going to live an 80-year life. Some of
Hmm.
us live less, some of us live more. But if you assume 52 weeks for every year and there's 52 circles, 80, rows down, and you start filling them in, it's like a visual representation of like, oh shit, I have more life behind me than in front of me. Let me get my act together. And so it allows me perspective. It creates a certain level of urgency. Like I don't have any time to waste. I'm gonna
Yeah.
enjoy it today. And not from a hedonistic perspective, but from a place of like, what are you saving the good times for? Let's have good time now. Let's have luxury now. Let's have love now. Let's have excellence now. Let's have mastery now. But what are we putting it off for? And that's been such a huge gift for me this year.
I love that. Okay, my next one is legacy.
Hmm.
I love And I know legacy, a lot of times we think of that as like what money do we pass on, what stuff we pass on. I love the legacy of the confidence that I have passed on, the
Mm-hmm.
work ethic that I have passed on, the possibility thinking that I have passed on.
Mm-hmm.
I remember growing up in a household where my senior year in high school, we had a trip to, our course was going to New York, and the minute they said it, I was like, I am not going. And people were like, but there's going to be fundraising, there's going to be this, there's going to be that. I was like, there's no way my dad's paying for that. There's no way I'm going to get support in fundraising that, because we had 6 kids, and like that was a big expense.
Yeah.
So this year, my son's chorus is going to Paris. Costs way more than my New York trip did, and there is no way he is considering not going. He's
Yeah.
like, and he's not asking for me to do it for him. He's like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get it done. And he has a plan. He's working his plan, and that kid is going to France. And I love
Wow.
that. It's just a
Awesome.
shift in the thinking
Yes.
of they've watched us make life happen. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they've watched us stretch outside of our comfort zone, and they are the best employees. Like my 3 older boys have all had jobs, and their bosses just love them and rave about them, and they're like the dream team member. And so they've learned that. Even little Brendan, who Monica knows, my youngest, he is a spicy little man.
Yes, he is.
um, he has
I
a
love
job
little
for our
Brandon.
business. He has a job for our business, and he does it. He comes home from school on Tuesday and Thursday. He's like, okay, I'm going to go do my work. I'm going to go do my work. Now, he is highly money motivated, because that kid is Lego obsessed. And this is,
That's
um, but he does his job, and I don't have to like bug him about it. The kid's 11 years old,
Mhm, mhm.
So, that to me has been a big one, to just watch the doors that have opened for my kids that I didn't know were so available and so close for me. I always felt like they were far away, and it's like, no, it's right at your fingertips. Everything you
Yeah.
want is possible, and they just grab it. They're just like,
Mhm.
this is what I want. I'm going to grab it. So I like it. It's fun.
I like it very much too. I love it. We would love to hear from you what your greatest gifts that you've received this year, or that you have been this year, as you look back through 2023 and getting geared up for 2024. Leave us a comment below. Of course, always reach out to us on our respective websites, or on Instagram. You can reach us at Amy Walker Coach for Amy, and Monica Ogando for myself. We love you. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, merry everything, happy always. And we will talk to you next time.
Thanks, everyone.